We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And it's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. Well, they may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Williams trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1. Williams again. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. A 1-yard run on 1st down, another one on 2nd. Tell you, it doesn't do much for the yards per carry average, but it gets them 6 points.
And I just wonder in contract negotiations, do you show the 6-point score or do you show the yards per carry?
I'm showing the 6 points.
And his team benefits. They don't care about yards per carry. They just care about points on the board.
For the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And it pushes way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. This defense for the Broncos, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Slide, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. They hand this off to Harris. Runs over it, and always sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On the RPO, that's complete right side. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. They'll look to throw here. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way in this drive, and they were already so keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. The Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. And they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The defense shows them back a little bit, but they did not break it down. 4th and goal there with a huge interception.
Look at the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not,
he's got him in. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield. Inside the 37 yards.
They didn't ease into that turnover. They go for the big shot downfield. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Open midfield is Judy. He's got it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 33 yards that time. And we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they've just been off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. Touchdown, Broncos! Javonte Williams. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. Get that field goal. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And it's going to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And the Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. That is brought down short. 2 yards there. Lead it 4. That was a big time play by the defense. The Steelers send out their punter now. Jabril Peppers deep to receive. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A nice return that time. Yards. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they almost push them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 3rd and 19. That's all they can do. One thing's for sure. They'll have to come up with something at that time because he's absolutely roasted.
Changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more.
Looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this 2nd quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they've got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This will be caught. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure, and here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you to be able to on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. To begin the drive. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State. Second and 6, just inside the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. Maybe 4 inches.
Another down on the scoreboard. The urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
They'll try and throw for it here. Here, that's complete. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure, and the coverage of forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown. George Pickens, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers get a bit closer. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Boswell good with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Wilson to throw. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another timeout call for the offense. As they stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. With the last pass, he just ran ahead of Warren Moon on the all-time NFL career passing yards list.
And that's Hall of Famer Warren Moon. A significant accomplishment to be able to pass that number. Somewhere Warren is saying, but what if they added my Canada yardage? Right? My time in the Canadian Football League, that's 21,000 more yards that could be added to Warren's total.
In the NFL, pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Steps away to his left. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And the slot man goes in motion left. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly. But it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They gave it a shot in the deep pass, but it wasn't getting the work there. And that was less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
Get your ball, baby. Get the ball back. Let's go. On both sides. Go, defense. You got it. You got it. Come on, defense.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half. They're going to try and throw. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the 1st half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now Wilson on 1st down. That's called offside by Judy. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 35 before going out. 5 catches for him in that 1st half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. And pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Out to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bonito coming in there to record the sack.
Defenders are always happy anytime they can sack a quarterback for a loss of 10 or more yards. There's an example there. High fives all around.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so... interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
After the interception, here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, normally you see three tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On first down, Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point from McManus is good. Lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Hey, 54!
just beating the play clock. Stafford.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
McManus is playing after his goal, and that will increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. In motion left goes a tight end. Stafford on first down.
Finding Pickens for another catch.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. Stafford now to throw. He gets it complete to Harris.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Ridiculous. Take him out. Step it up. Seriously. What's that you want to play?
Again, it's Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Broncos are going to get the football as he gets this past the 20-yard line. And he brought that whole
He's done right for his defense in this ballgame. That's something right there. Still in the third quarter. He takes something out of American territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been abandoned yet. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them. They're ways to make plays.
79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, have a plan.
Touchdown! Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Broncos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score in this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. Of course, that big, long, chunk play is what got them in position.
For the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Take that. Thank you. Make a play.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Stafford. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The offense on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Stafford.
Got an open man. It's Pickens. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they're taking their play to a whole new level. This second half, no points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
32. 59.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the Michigan Ranger. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Broncos defense has a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. And these guys have been freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one goes off with an INT and return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. And to hold the team below double figures in a game,
fourth quarter.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try to find some targets in the open field downfield.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature of the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still pretty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Here's 2nd and 10. It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Wilson. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, This intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
21.
They'll run again with Harris. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team because he's just waiting here.